Okay, good morning. Today we're going to go over notes on scientific notation. Scientific notation is just a easier way to write really long numbers if you're having to write them over and over again. You know a number is in scientific notation when it looks something like this. Here you have a times 10 to the something power. A is a number between 1 and 10. And then n is your exponent or your integer. You can have positive exponents. So here you have 2.35 times 10 to the 8th power. And then you can also have negative exponents, 3.97 times 10 to the negative 7 power. What the exponent tells you is whether the number is going to be greater than or less than 1 once you have written it in standard form. If the number of the exponent is positive, then that means that the number is going to be a number greater than 1, which means that you're going to have to move the decimal point to the right. If the exponent is negative, that means that the number is going to be less than 1, and you're going to move the decimal point to the left. Okay, so for example, here you have 4.08 times 10 to the 3rd power. This positive 3 exponent tells you that when you write it in standard form, it's going to be a number greater than 1. If I move this decimal point to the left, that's going to make it less than 1. I don't want it to be less than 1 since it is a positive exponent, so that means I'm going to move it to the right. In this case, it's going to tell me how many times I need to move it as well, and so it's going to be 3. So I move the decimal point from between the 4 and the 0. I move it 3 times, 1, 2, 3. So you can see that here to the right, because remember, it's going to be a number greater than 1, and your exponent, or your decimal, I'm sorry, is now in the back. So 4.08 times 10 to the 3rd is the same thing as 4,080. Okay. Here you have a negative exponent. So you have the same value, 4.08 times 10, but now it's to the negative 3. Again, the negative tells you that when you write your number in the long or standard form, it's going to be a number less than 1. To make sure that this number is less than 1, you're going to move the decimal point to the left. Again, you're going to move it 3 times. So I move the decimal point 1, 2, 3. The decimal point is now in the front. You don't leave it in the same spot because that was not going to change the number. You want to make sure that you move your decimal point to the new space, however many spaces you had to move. So the number is now 0.00408 with the decimal point in the front. Okay. So remember what's going to determine what direction you're going to move the decimal point is the exponent. If the exponent is a negative, then it's going to be a number less than 1, and so you're going to move it to the left. If it's a positive exponent, it means that it's going to be a number greater than 1, and you're going to move it to the right. Okay, so here's just again some more practice problems for you. Okay. Here you can see you have these problems in scientific notation, and this is the standard version of them. If you would like help on how to do these, again, I can go ahead and help you with that. And now we're going the other way. So now we're going from standard notation to scientific. So here you have the number 3,258. If you do not see a decimal point for a number, so pretend this decimal point was not there, you can assume that it's in the back. Okay. Some of you get confused and put it somewhere else. If I put the decimal here, that number is now 325.8. That's very different from putting it in the back, making the number 3,258. So make sure that if you see a number without a decimal point, you go ahead and you know that it's in the back. Okay? So the first thing you're going to want to do is 1, identify where your decimal is. 2, identify whether this number is greater than or less than 1. Remember, if it's greater than 1, your exponent is going to be positive. If it's a number less than 1, your exponent is going to be negative. In this case, 3,258 is a number greater than 1, so I know that my exponent is going to be positive. So I can write my times 10 and then know that my exponent is going to be a positive number. And what I'm going to do is I want to move my decimal point to make this number a number between 1 and 10. Again, if I put the decimal point here, that makes it 325.8. That's a number a lot greater than 1. If I put the decimal point here, that makes the number 32.58. Again, that's still a number bigger or greater than 1. If I put it in between the 3 and the 2, that makes it 3.258, which is a number between 1 and 10. So you're going to go ahead and move the decimal point 1, 2, 3 times. And so you have 3.258. You don't have to put all the numbers. You can round up to 2 decimal places, and then it would be times 10 to the third power because you moved it 3 times. Okay, here you have the number. If I were to put commas and decimals, remember your decimal point goes at the very end. Comma is right here between the 8 and the 9. So you have 348,943, your decimal points in the back. Since this number is a number greater than 1, I know that my exponent is going to be positive. My decimal points in the back, I want to make this number a number between 1 and 10, so I'm going to move it between the 3 and the 4, which means I'm moving it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So you would have 3.489. Again, you can round up to 2 decimal places, so 3.49 would suffice, times 10 to the 5th power. Here you have a number that is less than 1. You can see that the decimal point is in the front. So since this number is less than 1, you know that your exponent is going to be negative. So I have times 10 to the negative something power. I still don't know what that number is yet, but I know that I can move my decimal point to make this number a number between 1 and 10. If I move it here in front of the 6, that's 0.672. That number is not greater than 1. Or I'm sorry, it's not a number between 1 and 10, so I need to move it somewhere else. If I put it at the very end, that makes the number 672. Again, that's not a number between 1 and 10. So I would put it right in between the 6 and the 7 to make it 6.72. So I move my decimal point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have 6.72 times 10 to the negative 8. Again, it's negative because this number was less than 1 when you started. Here are some more practice problems for you going from standard notation to scientific. Again, work through these. If you get something different than the correct answer, then you can go ahead and ask me once we get to class, and I can help you clarify anything that you need me to go over with you. And then just here are some more practice problems as well. So go ahead and work on these for practice, put them down in your notes, and then if you have any questions, just be prepared for me to answer them the next time I see you. Bye.